The interviews for the position of Supreme Court judge left vacant by retired Justice Philip Tunoi are ongoing today, conducted by the Judicial Service Commission. The Commission has interviewed Dr. Kibaya Laibuta, a former commissioner of the CIC, and High Court Judge Isaac Lenaola.
As you sat at CIC,
yes,
and seeing the decisions of the Supreme Court as they came through,
yes,
what challenges in terms of implementation of the Constitution did you, even at perception level, did you perceive, did you see, did you recognize, and because you are seeking to go to that court,
yes,
you'd be saying that given this opportunity, this is how I will creatively implement the Constitution. And we're talking about specifics.
Now, one big challenge, of course, with the new court is, first of all, having to get familiar with the ground on which it stands. And that brings in the issue of jurisprudence. You know, building jurisprudence domestically grown, homegrown, right from day one is not easy. But the one big challenge there is, of course, is the interplay between political interests, inertia on the part of state agencies not to move forward, prompting quite a number of applications in the Supreme Court. And the Supreme Court faces the challenge of very expeditiously handling those matters with outcomes that give a sense of direction on the way forward.
You talked about moving the Supreme Court. You're young, so you want to move the Supreme Court from where we are now to something else. I want you to describe to us, where are we now? And where is it that you see the Supreme Court going in terms of your contribution?
Where we are now, the image of the Supreme Court of Kenya is the image that was seen on national television before Chief Justice Mutunga left. A court that was not together, judges were not collegiate, and one moment I think will always remain in the minds of Kenyans. The last day of Chief Justice Mutunga's time is when they are moving out of court with Justice Ojwang and Justice Ibrahim, and there was that little moment of confusion. When one judge is going to move out, another is staying back, another is pushing the other. That is the image which Kenyans are holding of that court. The other thing is that for us judges, the court has not been given the opportunity, or has not given itself the opportunity to settle the law on any serious question. If you look at the jurisprudence of the Supreme Court, there are three issues I've addressed. One, jurisdiction of the court. Two, election petitions. And three, the advisory opinions. Now, for a court of such seriousness, one would have expected, like the South African Constitutional Court, that by now, at least the question of the death penalty, the question of abortion, the serious questions of society that affect all of us would have been settled that court so that the rest of us down here can follow. We don't have that jurisprudence. So where do I want to take this court? I would like this court to know for itself that it is the apex court. It is a court to guide the other courts. It is a court to settle the law, and therefore, and also address certain issues of society which my court, for example, cannot settle immediately. That court ought to take us forward as a society and play its role as expected under the Constitution. That's where I intend, and I think the court should go.